gun clicked, but the bullet never came. For a second, Amir thought he was already dead. His cousin's hand trembled, fingers still on the trigger, mouth twisted in fury. Behind him, his uncles held him pinned to the wall, their eyes void of mercy. A moment earlier, they had dragged him from his bed, shouting murtad, apostate, as if the word alone justified murder. But somehow the gun jammed. That malfunction saved Amir's life. He had been born into a devout Sunni Muslim family in Lahore, Pakistan. His father, Maulana Qasim, was a respected imam who led thousands in prayer at one of the city's oldest mosques. Their home was a place of Quranic recitation, strict adherence to the Sunnah, and deep reverence for Allah. From the age of 5, Amir was expected to follow in his father's footsteps. By 16, Amir had memorized the entire Quran. By 19, he was teaching hadith in madrasa classes. He never questioned his faith until a single dream turned his world upside down. It began one humid night during Ramadan. Exhausted after long Taraweeh prayers, Amir fell into a deep sleep. In the dream, he stood in an endless desert, heat rising from the ground like waves. Suddenly, a man appeared. A man dressed in brilliant white, his face radiant yet gentle. Amir couldn't see his features clearly, but he felt no fear, only peace. The man spoke, "Amir, I am the way, the truth, and the life." Then the dream ended. He awoke shaken. At first, he thought it was Shaitan trying to mislead him. But the dream returned the next night, and again. Each time, the man in white said the same words, sometimes adding, "Come to me. I have called you." Confused and disturbed, Amir turned to the Quran for answers, but he found no comfort. So secretly, he went to the internet cafe in the market and searched "Man in White Dream Islam." To his shock, thousands of similar stories appeared, many from ex-Muslims who had seen Jesus. That's when he bought a Bible. He kept it hidden beneath a loose floorboard in his room. He read it at night with a flashlight, trembling in fear, but the words of Jesus pierced him deeply. "Love your enemies. I am the good shepherd. Whoever comes to me, I will never cast out." For 6 months, he wrestled silently. Finally, under the cover of night, he reached out to a small underground house church in a nearby district. There, for the first time, Amir met Pakistani Christians, quiet, kind, and full of joy. People his father had always called Najis, unclean. But their prayers were real, their worship genuine. It was there, one rainy Thursday evening, that Amir surrendered his life to Jesus. 2 weeks later, his Bible went missing. He knew instantly someone had found it. His cousin visiting from Faisalabad had been snooping around. That night, Amir didn't sleep. At dawn, the house exploded with shouting. His father beat him until his face bled. His mother wept, tearing her scarf in grief. Uncles came, cousins arrived. They demanded he recite the Shahada. He refused. That's when the gun appeared. But the gun jammed. In the chaos that followed, Amir escaped through the back door. He ran barefoot for miles until he reached the house of a believer who had once offered help. From there, the local pastor arranged a smuggler to take him to Quetta, then across the border. The journey was brutal. He hid in trucks, slept under bridges, begged for food. In Iran, he was arrested and beaten. In Turkey, he barely avoided deportation. But God opened doors one by one. It took nearly a year, but finally Amir reached Greece, and from there, a Christian NGO helped him apply for asylum in Germany. Now, 3 years later, Amir lives in a small German town. He attends a Farsi Arabic church filled with refugees, former Muslims, each with a similar story. He studies theology and dreams of becoming a pastor. His parents still believe he's dead. Sometimes he misses them so deeply it hurts. But every night when he prays, he remembers the man in white. And he whispers, "Thank you for saving me."